Would you hear an old-time sea fight? Would you learn who won by the light of the moon and the stars? List to the yarn as my grandmother's father, the sailor, told me. Our foe was no skulk in his ship, I tell you. His was the surly English pluck, and there's no tougher or truer, and never was and never will be. Along the lower eve, he came horribly raking us. We closed with him, our yards tangled, our guns touch. My captain lashed fast with his own hands. We'd received some 18-pound shot under the water. Along the lower gun deck, 2 pieces had burst at first flames, blowing up overhead, killing all those around. Fighting at sundown, fighting at dark, 10 o'clock, the full moon well up, our leaks on the gain, and 5 feet of water reported. The master-at-arms, loosening the prisoners confined to the after hold, to give them a chance for themselves. The transit to and from the powder magazine is now stopped by the sentinels, for they see so many strange faces, they don't know whom to trust. The frigate tastes fire. The other asks if we demand quarter, if our colors are struck, if the fighting is through. Now I laugh content, for I hear the voice of my little captain. We have not struck, he composedly cries. We have just begun our part of the fighting. Only 3 guns are in use. One is directed by the captain himself at the enemy's mainmast. 2 well served with grape and canister, silence his musketry and clear his decks. The tops alone second this little battery, especially the main tops. They hold out bravely through the whole of the action. The leaks gain on the pumps. The fire eats toward the magazine. One of the pumps has been shot away. It's generally thought we're sinking. Serene stands the little captain. He does not hurry. His voice is neither high nor low. His eyes give more light to us than our battle lanterns. At 12 o'clock, there in the beams of the moon night, they surrender to us. Stretched and still lies the midnight. 2 great hulls, motionless on the breast of the darkness. Our vessel riddled and slowly sinking, preparations made to pass to the one we've conquered. The captain on the quarterdeck, coldly giving orders through a countenance white as a sheet. Nearby, the corpse of the child that served in his cabin. The dead face of an old salt with long white hair and carefully curled whiskers. The flames, in spite of all that can be done, flickering aloft and below. The husky voices of the 2 or 3 officers yet fit for duty. Formless stacks of bodies and bodies by themselves. Dabs of flesh upon the masks and spar. Cut of cordage, dangle of rigging, slight shock of the soothe of waves. Black impassive guns, litter of powder parcels, strong scent. A few large stars, silently and mournfully shining overhead. Delicate sniffs of sea breeze, smells of sedgy grass and fields by the shore. Death messages given in charge to survivors. The hiss of the surgeon's knife, the gnawing teeth of the saw, the ooze, swash, and clock of falling blood. Short, wild screams, long, dull, tapering moans. These so, these irretrievable.